Stretching over 1,000 miles, the Himalayas are the world's greatest mountain range, through which flow some of the fastest and most dangerous rivers on the planet. Few fish are strong enough to inhabit these terrifying waters, and those that do are the champions of freshwater fighting fish. Ever since the days of the Raj, the Himalayas have exerted an irresistible fascination for anglers. Adventure fisherman Jeremy Wade has spent over 20 years in pursuit of some of the world's most challenging fish. He's traveling to the Indian Himalayas to pit his skills against these mountains and their monsters.
Like all anglers, I'm in search of that ultimate angler's dream, the idea of wild, rugged scenery and water full of fish. And I think I might have found just such a place. I've been doing some reading lately, some old Victorian books, and if just a fraction of what those books say is true, this could be the place for that ultimate angling experience. Oh, good grief.
The varied excitements of a fishing trip in wild places are a panacea for all worldly cares and troubles. Many a sportsman has truly said he would rather catch a big mahseer than shoot a tiger.
Arriving in the foothills, Jeremy's first port of call is a luxury resort, where he hopes there's a chance of hooking something big.
I've installed myself in a rather comfortable lodge, and there's a little river, well, scarcely more than a stream, running alongside, and apparently there's a pool somewhere down here, and they've got some fish in it. Right, so a bit of a vantage point here down to the pool, and blimey, there's something big in the water, but not what I was expecting. I don't see that every day. Yeah, the elephant having an afternoon bath. That is an incredible sight, but more incredible, it's just stuffed with fish. It's just thick with them, and they're just within feet of this elephant bathing. These are mahseer, they are unmistakable torpedo-shaped greyhounds of fish, just sort of lazily, sinuously, just interweaving in the current. Incredible.
The golden Himalayan mahseer is India's aquatic equivalent of the tiger. Growing to the size of a man, this turbocharged carp is reckoned to be the world's greatest fighting freshwater fish. These mahseer, however, are not looking for a fight, but a free lunch. Twice a day, hotel manager Ache Gal supervises the feeding of the mahseer in a short stretch of river the resort has protected for the past 5 years.
What weight of food do you think you put in per day?
In the morning, about 20 kilograms of that's flour paste.
20 kilos of
20
that?
kilograms a day.
There's 1 or 2 fish in the water down here. And there's a possibility they might take a bait. Yeah, anybody seeing me here might guess this is going to be a little bit easy, perhaps, compared to normal fishing.
Yeah, here it is a bit easier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just flick it out. And feeling the line. The line hasn't tightened yet. And the line is still loose. Not so stupid. Not so stupid. And, oh no, too quick, too quick, too quick, too quick. And yeah. I think the line went. The line went.
It's been taken away?
Yeah. And there's a knot, there's a knot, there's a knot, there's a knot. And the line's tight. The line's tightening, and there's one on the end. There's one on the end. And taking off down the river and heading down into that shallow water. And I think stopping on the edge of the shallow water. Oh, there he goes. Line cutting through the water. Very, very, the stamina of this fish is incredible. Woo! Now then. Wait, yeah. He's coming very close to the rocks here. It needs to be up on the surface, up on the surface. Oops, no. Right, hold it now, hold the net out. Just hold it out, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let it come over and lift. Lovely. Not as easy as I thought, but fish on the bank. Brilliant, thanks very much. There we go. Catching the fish from the resort was a great experience. Wonderful to actually hold the fish that I've read so much about, but it was, okay, a slightly contrived, tame experience. I doubt the Victorian gents would have stayed in a place quite like that. So if I am to experience anything remotely like the fishing they experienced, I'm going to have to pack my bags and head deeper into the mountains. I was sitting in England thinking perhaps my fishing days were over, and a friend gave me a copy of a classic angling book. And from that moment on, I was scarcely able to sleep even. I was just waking up thinking, I've just got to get myself into the Himalayas and experience some of the things that those old writers experienced.
In his quest for this fine fish, the angler is taken into some of the grandest scenery in the world, where turbulent rivers wind their way through dark gorges, clad in fir groves and rhododendrons, with perhaps a glimpse of the eternal snows.
I don't think the Victorian gents would have quite been travelling like this. Okay, a vehicle is travelling in style in some sense, but up on the roof, I think he'd have been downstairs.
After 16 hours of bone-shaking jeep ride, Jeremy arrives at what he hopes will be his angling paradise.
Well, how amazing to now arrive and be almost within touching distance of the water, after just seeing it tantalising in the distance for so long. And it just gets better the closer you get to it. Incredible, just really sort of dark and enigmatic, and it's really almost smelling of fish. Well, the obvious thing looking at this water here, and also because it's nice and instant, is to give it a go on some artificial lures. Obviously I don't know exactly what's going to work here, so I've got not quite everything, including the kitchen sink, but a fair old selection of stuff. Now, the old books tended to talk about natural coloration on these lures, so I'll definitely give that a go, but I've also brought some more modern, wacky, lurid designs as well, but then just also make it up as I go along. Fish. It's the first fish from this river. Just great to have something hang on the lure, because I've just been fishing for about an hour, I suppose, with nothing doing at all. Small fish, but very welcome. If anything, just to get the reflexes going. It's so easy after thrashing the water with nothing happening, just to get into that sort of torpor almost, where you think nothing's going to happen, and if that happens and a big fish takes, then you're just going to mess it up. And it's a fish. Nice to catch a fish. A good confidence boost anyway, to get even a little one. First fish, significant fish, whatever, even though it's small, first fish from this spot. So, very nice.
Having landed his first wild mahseer, Jeremy is now after bigger fish. But it's not going to be easy. Jeremy Wade is deep in the Indian Himalayas in search of the golden mahseer, the world's hardest fighting freshwater fish. With a couple of small mahseer under his belt, he now wants to find some bigger fish. So he's going in search of help.
What I need is some local intelligence, and I've been asking the locals how to get started, and the one name keeps coming up, somebody called Vinay. He knows about the mahseer in this river.
Mahseer enthusiast Vinay Badola was born in the mountains and has been fishing throughout the Himalayas since childhood.
Fishing for these wild fish is not easy, and I'm very lucky to have found Vinay. He's a wonderful source of local knowledge. He is hopefully giving me a shortcut to laying my hands on some of these fish.
Even this impressive specimen is a tiddler compared to some of the monsters that swim these waters. The mahseer is an intelligent fish that is difficult to catch. Choosing the right lure can make the difference between success and failure.
The standard mahseer lure box would consist of just about 5 or 6 different pieces to cover different water situations throughout the fishing day. Spoons and spinners for early mornings. Spinners, good vibration, nice flash, excellent in fast rapids, broken water, where a fish can be fooled very easily, brings fish in from a distance. As the day goes on in clear water and bright sunlight, things are very easily discernible as fakes. So we need to start switching over to more natural baits, something like plugs. This one here is pretty good.
Okay, so basically the principles are fairly simple. In low light and broken water, I need something that flashes and throbs, so either a spinner or a spoon. And then in the flat water and when the light comes up, one of the plugs, which looks more like a natural fish. Right, so that's my kit then, the kind of selection I could just drop in a pocket. A couple of spoons, a couple of spinners, and natural looking plug, another natural looking plug, and one with a nice bit of a wiggle on it.
Overlooking a fearsome rapid, Jeremy is putting Vinay's tips into practice.
Ah, fish! It's not huge, but in this fairly mad water, I have given a little bit of thought to what I might do if I hook one. I'm going to have to run down the rock. Right, now then. Oops. The fish has come down that mad rapid. Luckily he's not too big. And he's now in the shallows. A big one and he'd be around the bend by now, and I'd be just stumbling down this bit here. Still kicking a little bit. And whoops, luckily the fish is about as tired as I am. I've hooked him in the tail, which always makes it slightly more dramatic. Right, bit of British unsportingness there. Sporting value 0, excitement quite high, I don't know, 6 or a 7. It's all good practice for the really big one when it comes along.
Taking a break from the river, Jeremy has been invited to lunch by the local fishing fraternity.
Sit here, is it? Okay. Right, how do I start on this? Hungry but held back by technique. Yeah. Mix everything.
Yeah.
Like this? This?
Yeah, this, yeah.
I'm spraying it all over the carpet here, but I'll get that right. I might eventually get. How's this? Yeah? So like a ball?
Yeah.
Right, the whole hand.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to need it.
Very tasty.
It was very tasty. So I'm a fisherman.
Yeah.
Fisherman from England, fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
England.
England. Yeah. And this river here has big fish? Big fish, small fish, big ones, small ones?
Big size.
Yeah.
20 kg or 50 kg?
20 kg, 50 kg?
Yeah.
Really?
No problem.
Big one easy?
Big one, nah? Big one is
small,
very problem.
1 kg.
1
So,
kg.
right,
1
so
kg, 2
1
kg.
1 kg, 2 kg easy.
Easy.
Or
5
5
kg
kg is
over.
difficult.
Very difficult.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
5 kgs and over.
The weather in the Himalayas can change in minutes, and Jeremy has been caught out in a sudden thunderstorm.
The wet is just about bearable, but the thing that makes it potentially dangerous is those flashes of lightning. I'm a long way down from the mountaintops here, but nevertheless, even the stray chance of one of those flashes of lightning finding the tip of my rod, I find myself prematurely a pile of ashes. The water is turning to soup, hardly the medium for a sight-feeding predator to hunt in, and it appears I'm rather at the mercy of the weather.
The storm rages on for 4 long days.
The weather at the moment is meant to be the very occasional thunderstorm, once a week, once every 10 days, something like that, but it just settled into a pattern of almost every day. So this is I'm just sitting it out and hoping that the weather passes over, but no idea how long that's going to take.
With a break in the weather, Jeremy and Vinny head out to fish a now murky river.
Let it flow down. Let it flow down.
Let it flow down.
It'd be great if you could get a really long cast out, almost all the way to those rocks over there.
Right.
Because the longer your bait... Oh! Whoa!
Was he after it? He was after
Yes.
it. It's very short-sighted fish.
The water's murky.
The water's murky. So he actually it went for it. And he must have travelled 6 or 7 foot through the air, I thought.
Easy.
I mean, very low trajectory.
Easy. Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But I'm just,
I just saw a flash of green, silver and yellow fins.
So if that had actually connected with the bait, I'd have known about that.
Ah, yeah.
Still out there?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Possibly a bigger one.
All right. The Victorian anglers never wrote about their blank days. The impression is, one glorious big bag of fish after another. Or maybe that's the bits you remember from the book. So you come here and you expect to have day after day of bent rods, whereas mine has just been sort of hanging limply, and that would not make for very interesting reading for anybody, no matter how keen they are.
If you see the river discoloured, you had very much better not waste your labour and your patience on it, for you may be sure you will not catch a single fish. You must wait till the river is clear again.
With 2 days of clear weather, the river finally clears. Jeremy must seize this opportunity if he is to stand any chance of catching his fish.
It's more like it's on the edge of that moving water. Feel the lure. Good, that is a fish, that is a fish. That is a fish, that's not a rock, it's a very animated rock if it's a rock. It was kicking, it's still there. There was a bit of a kick at the surface. Just keeping an eye out now to see if there's any obvious snags. Now when it's on a shorter line, I'm going to just loosen the clutch off a wee bit. It's taking right off the reel. And it's really hammering its head away. There's like something's whacking the tip of the rod. Now the thing to do now is look around for a place to maybe bring it in away from these rocks. I think it's getting quite tired now, but I need to tie him out quite well in this water. No question about that being a fish. Tie it out. It's not a monster, very strong fish though. The size of this multiplied up 5-10 times, quite frightening in this water. Well, looking at this fish, I'm scarcely even able to believe it. After all the things that have gone wrong, all the effort, finally, here it is on the bank. The fish that I was after, not a fish that has been hand-fed and pampered perhaps, but something that has actually lived and battled in these rivers. A truly wild Himalayan mahseer.
It is the strength and beauty of the golden Himalayan mahseer that have made this fish the supreme prize for generations of anglers. Having landed his first sizable wild mahseer, Jeremy is ready for the next stage of his journey, in search of the ultimate angling experience.
Oh, good grief, good grief.